Hello my dear friends, welcome back to Elena's Bar Low Impact Full Body Workouts. My name is Elena, I'm your fitness instructor. I've been itching to talk to you about social media, guys, for a while now, okay? Since I restarted my social media presence, I wasn't on social media for 10 years. Just let me tell you that I studied communications and mass media back in college over 10 years ago, and I also took a lot of psychology classes. And then I realized that social media is not for me. You study something and then you start hating that thing as much. I don't think social media is bad, okay? Just a quick disclaimer here. I think that social media is very useful. It helps people to find other people, stay in touch. It helps businesses to sell their products. It helps people to learn new things, right? But what I'm arguing against here is how people are actually using social media. Okay? Social media as a concept is not bad. It's a useful tool. But it can be used for bad purposes and it can be used for good purposes. Okay? It can be used to educate you or to bring more awareness to you, to debunk a lot of misleading content out there, for example. Or it can be used to sell you stuff that you don't need. It can be used to brainwash you. It can be used to, tell you what you want to hear. So, as you can see, it has multiple purposes. And different content creators are using social media for different reasons. They're using it either for self-gain, they're trying to chase clout, they are only concerned about themselves, they don't actually care about society, they don't care about kids, they will throw anything under the bus, they will promise you things that they won't be able to deliver, especially these fast results of the very common scam that people have about also body positivity. You are worthy, you are enough, you can do no wrong, whatever you do, it's just great. Guys, I highly recommend you to watch a full format video that we did a few months ago with elenasbarre community, where we talked about good content, the trustworthy content versus the bad, misleading content. Go watch that seminar. And if you have more questions about logical fallacies and how to differentiate between the content creators, who is a grifter and who is a legitimate, good, trustworthy, credible content creator, reach out, okay? Send an email to elenasbarre@gmail.com or leave your comments under this video. So I see people doing all sorts of things. I've been analyzing human behavior since I graduated from communications and mass media, and I had a lot of psychology classes back in college. I haven't been on social media for 10 years, but I can tell you that things haven't changed much. It's basically the same thing. The only difference is now we have Instagram and TikTok prevailing, but back then when I was studying it was Facebook, okay? There is a lot of crazy going on there. And in order for you to decide what is good content and what is not so good content, you guys should work on your critical thinking skills. You should really question what kind of message this person is trying to deliver to you. And then you should also analyze this person's behavior, okay? When you connect the two dots and then when you watch the history of this content, so how I used to do it, I would take one content creator and go back in history of the messages that he or she was sending out to people, and then I would match it with his or her actions. And if her words don't agree with your actions, there is a big mismatch here. You can't trust this person, okay? We see a lot of girls out there talking about religion, which I don't even want to talk about in this particular video, but also girls teaching fitness, for example. What are they selling there? Are they actually promoting safe fitness instruction? Which they should, because they're fitness instructors, right? Logically, objectively, this is what they are supposed to do. But when you see a semi-naked girl out there wearing a crop top, mini shorts, barely covering her pretties out there, this should tell you something, that she's chasing clout. And women know that if they reveal some body parts, they will get it. They will get what they want. And you, as a viewer, it should be your responsibility to say no to this thing. To say no to these girls who are provoking you to behave in a certain way. I know it's a lot to ask, but this is how we can start raising awareness and how we can start making rational decisions. Not just based on, oh, she fell, she made me feel so good. Just because you are lacking sex with your wife or your girlfriend, or you are involuntary celibate. This is not an excuse to do those things, okay? And I know that some of you might say, but like, how are these girls worse than the OnlyFans girls? Because on Instagram I can do it for free, I can watch it for free, and for OnlyFans girls I have to pay. Sin is the sin, okay? Just because they inspire you to behave this way and be so desperate that you would offer them your money, it's not a good thing to do, okay? It's not good for you in the long term. And this gives these girls the illusion that they are on the right track because you are supporting this behavior. If you're familiar with the psychological term positive and negative reinforcement, when people misbehave, they should be punished, right? For committing a sin, for behaving in a wrong way. When people are not punished or there are no consequences to their bad behavior, all it tells, you can scream at them, you can shame them, you can tell them all sorts of things. But when they don't face the consequences for their bad choices, they're not going to learn. They will keep doing that thing that brings them what? Attention, because we all know that they are attention seekers, and also money. So when I see that big content creators are inviting these kinds of women to their shows who don't even care to cover themselves, right? They expose their goodies out there right on display. I know that it gets a lot of eyeballs, and this is why they do it. They don't care what impact this kind of behavior of these girls is going to have on our society. They don't care that the younger girls who might watch these shows, they will say, oh, I want to be like one of these girls invited to this big show. So what does she do? She behaves like one of these girls. She becomes a whore. And because whores get invited to these shows, there is no bad outcome for them. They're not punished. They're making a lot of money. They are the ones that people want to watch. So you as viewers should be more aware of what kind of content you consume. I'm not saying that it's bad content. Maybe if you watch a couple of shows like that, just to give you some idea of where the market is right now and what girls are looking for and what happens in our society, yeah, sure. But in the end, what are you going to do with this information? How are you going to use it? If you don't apply what you know, guys, you're going to lose it. So instead of spending too much time on the internet, instead of spending too much time watching this content, I would call it a lazy content. Because let's be honest, the content creators who are running the shows, they're just there to have fun, to entertain themselves. They say that they are educating you, but like in what way? Tell me in the comments. Maybe I'm missing something. It's not helping you to solve your problem. It's not helping men. 80% of men are still celibate. How does it solve our problem that women don't want to get married? They are proud of the fact of being this single, strong, powerful, and independent women, because these are the girls that get invited to these shows. They are proud of being what they are. How do we get people to the point that men and women are better together than they are apart? They are complementing each other. If the content that we consume tells us otherwise, they may not directly say that, but the fact that they do it tells you that they are there for themselves. They are there to chase clout. These have been my observations, and I have been analyzing content for, even if I haven't been active on social media, I have been watching content since I graduated from the college, okay? So if you pay attention, guys, go analyze the content that you see on social media, go analyze the content on YouTube, everywhere. Analyze the movies, analyze the books that have been written. Go read the books. There is nothing that will replace you reading the books, okay? And if you want to understand the subject better, you need to invest your time into it. You can't just watch a quick short or snippet. And this is another thing that really frustrates me. To create purposeful shorts takes such a long time. It's so much work when you are trying to deliver the message to people, to inspire them to behave and to apply what they learn in practice. In under 1 minute video or under 1 minute and 30 seconds video, which is applicable for a reel on Instagram. When you see how lazy content creators have become, that they just stream it from a big live stream and they put it out there. And when a person without context watches this video, he's like either confused or lost, or something is going on there, because that person who is watching this short video, if he doesn't invest into it, if he doesn't watch the full format video or read the books, educate himself or herself about this topic, he's not going to get the full picture. This is the problem, guys. So if you want to understand and learn something, spend your time, invest into it, okay? I hope that you find value from this video. Tell me what you think about social media and content that is being produced today, okay? Share your comments with me. If you have questions, reach out. Please like, share, and subscribe. Join me for regular workouts, interesting controversial discussions with elenasbarre teachers community, and my collaborations. I'll see you soon, and thank you so much for your attention.